The next concept is valuation of bonds. Now, what exactly do we understand by valuing a bond? Valuation of a bond refers to calculating the price of the bond. It is all about calculating the present value of the promised cash flow on a bond. Now, what exactly do we mean by calculating the price of the bond? Can I say that the price that an investor is willing to pay for a bond is nothing but the present value of all the future expected cash flows on a bond? So that is essentially what we're going to do when we are valuing a bond. We will plot the cash flows on the timeline and bring them back to present by discounting each cash flow at an appropriate yield. So let's look at the approach that we're going to use. We're going to use a three-step approach for valuation. Now look at the left-hand side of the diagram. You have the three steps mentioned: 1, 2, 3. Just ignore the right-hand side for the time being. Look at the first step. The first step is determine the expected cash flows on a timeline. So that's the first step. For any bond that you are planning to buy or you would have bought, put down the expected cash flows on a timeline. The second step is find out the discount rate that you would be using to calculate the present value of each cash flow. And the third step is calculate the present value of each cash flow using the discount rate and add them up. When you add them up, you get the price of the bond. Now, what you would observe is in the second step, there are three variants, which means the discount rate that you're going to use to calculate the present value can either be an yield or a YTM. It can be a series of spot rates, or it could be a series of forward rates. Now, whether we value a bond using yield or spot rate or forward rate, our approach for valuation is not going to change. We're going to still use the three-step approach. The only difference is which discount rate we are going to use. The discount rate could either be an yield, a spot rate, or a forward rate.